From across the nation and around the world, for Pacifica Headlines, I'm Jesse Lent.
Let's go to the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. So you shouldn't even covet. If someone owns the land and they own their house, then having someone come and take it over and scare the family away from it, that's a violation not just of man's law, that's a violation of God's law, and it should be called out as such.
U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee criticizes Israeli settlers in the occupied West Bank on religious grounds in an interview released yesterday by Reuters. According to the BBC, a new generation of Israeli settlers has returned to the settlement of Kadim in the occupied West Bank 2 decades after it was closed by the Israeli government. The news organization reports that 30 so-called pioneer families arrived in the settlement yesterday from Tel Aviv, according to the Regional Settlers Council, riding what the BBC describes as a, quote, wave of Jewish nationalism driven by Israel's current government. Israel's government has overturned a 20-year ban on Jewish settlements around Jenin. All Israeli settlements and settler outposts are illegal under international law. Outposts are also illegal under Israeli law, though are reportedly still often supported by state services and funding. Huckabee's comments come after Palestinian-American Louis Reedy returned to his home in Kushra in the West Bank after it was besieged by Israeli settlers. Speaking to Reuters from Kushra yesterday, Reedy said he was in contact with Huckabee's staff at the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, but that he continued to be harassed by Israeli settlers near his property. According to the investigative news outlet Dropsite News, 10 people from 3 different Palestinian families, including 2 young children, have been trapped inside their home in the occupied West Bank, besieged and terrorized by dozens of armed Israelis, both settlers and soldiers, for nearly 2 weeks. The family members have reportedly been stuck in separate homes, unable to shelter together or attend to their basic needs, with food supplies running dangerously low and without access to cooking gas or a fridge. Violent Israeli settler attacks in the 2 areas of the occupied West Bank under direct Palestinian rule have almost doubled since 2025, according to The Guardian, as settlers pursue a self-proclaimed, quote, great settlement revolution in the heart of the territory demarcated for a Palestinian state. According to a report by the Israeli human rights organization Yesh Din, data shows that almost 2/3 of incidents of settler violence so far in 2026 have taken place in what is referred to in diplomatic circles as Areas A and B, placed under Palestinian Authority governance in the 1995 Oslo Accords. The 5,000 sailors aboard beleaguered aircraft carrier the USS Abraham Lincoln began their journey home to San Diego following a 9-month deployment in the Middle East, one of the longest deployments since the end of the Cold War. According to the New York Times, another carrier, the Japan-based George Washington, has taken the Lincoln's place following reports of shortages of basic supplies, water contamination, plumbing issues, and deteriorating mental health among military personnel aboard the carrier. A U.S. official confirmed the Lincoln's departure to the Times, which was alluded to by Admiral Brad Cooper, who heads U.S. Central Command, in an opinion essay about the Abraham Lincoln published in the Wall Street Journal on Sunday. Godspeed and enjoy the well-deserved reunion soon, the Admiral wrote. Somali pirates hijacked a suspected Iranian shadow fleet tanker off the coast of Yemen yesterday, amid what experts say is the biggest surge in piracy in the region in more than a decade, according to the New York Times. And Washington, D.C. is preparing for this weekend's Freedom 250 Grand Prix, which will consist of an IndyCar race down the public streets of the nation's capital for the first time in history. IndyCar driver Graham Rahal told C-SPAN that he's deeply honored to be participating in the race.
To be able to come race in the U.S. Capitol, right in front of Capitol Hill, to drive down Pennsylvania Avenue. These are all things that, as a young kid, you grow up in this country, some of the first things you learn are the value of those names.
According to Reuters, IndyCar officials will weld down manhole covers and seal some of them with a silicone cap to prepare selected D.C. roads for racing. They're also reportedly removing barriers from traffic lanes and setting up a chain link fence. Those are the latest Pacifica headlines for the Pacifica Network. I'm Jesse Lent.